Dave Abrams. Happy birthday, America.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we'll talk about getting married at the courthouse and a great camp for kids with autism. But first, making headlines this week. If you missed the results of the primary election, there were a few surprises. Incumbent County Councilman Pete Smith and Michael Peruka were ousted in their races, meaning 6 of the 7 council members will be new faces for next year. Smith was defeated by Sarah Lacey, who moves on to face Republican Kim Burns in November. Peruka lost to Amanda Fielder, who will face Democrat Don Myers in the general election. We'll also have a new sheriff in town as Ron Bateman was beaten by County Police Commander Jim Fredericks. On the top of the ticket, former NAACP Director Ben Jealous beat Prince George's County Executive Sharon Baker for the chance to take on Governor Larry Hogan in November. Winds of change are gusting, Dave.
Oh, wow. I don't know what to make of this election. It was
it was
so
kind of all over the place, too.
Yeah, all over the place.
Things didn't make sense.
Yeah. But, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say in politics.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in the general. Turnout was super low on Election Day.
I think a lot of people took advantage of early voting. And man, like we said last week on the show, did they make it easy?
Yeah.
So
all we got to do now is make it. But you know, you had to bubble in those sheets. I hate that.
Yeah.
Did you hate bubbling in the sheets?
Yeah.
Like, I understand. I want there to be integrity in the process, and obviously these voting machines were flawed and could be hacked. So I don't know what the answer is, but man.
I know.
Those bubble. I can't get it in the bubble.
Well, you do it, and if you go.
Did you get it in the bubble?
Yeah, but sometimes I want a little outside the bubble, and I'm like, does that count?
Right. You're like, is my ballot shot
I have
now?
a hard time filling a bubble perfectly.
Right.
Did I underbubble? Did I overbubble?
Right.
How did I bubble?
And when you grew up and you were
much.
doing the bubbles, you had a number 2 pencil, and now you're doing it with a pen, and like your brain can't process.
Too much. I agree.
Well, this year's budget, which takes effect next week, will include money to double the number of school resource officers in the county, and also contains tons of improvements to the security of our schools. County Executive Steve Schuh took a moment to throw a thank you lunch for officers at Eastern District.
County government's doing what we can do, everything we can think of to provide the resources that you need. We're over the next 2 years going to be allocating $15 million to double your ranks. We're going to be adding 4,000 lockable interior doors to the schools for better physical security, double door entry systems for as many schools as we can, thousands of additional security cameras, high-tech entry systems with audio and visual capability, and those high-tech tactical devices, the Captain America shields. I know there's a real name for them, but I don't know what about. You just said it. Is that what it is? Good enough. All right, close enough.
Captain America.
So that's the public safety piece. Indispensable.
When the kids come back to school this fall, they will be much safer, Kristin. Captain America!
Captain America!
America. What's the theme of our show today?
America!
America!
I can tell you all about Captain America. You know why?
Because
I'm a total nerd. Total nerd about Marvel.
That's okay. We won't
Actually,
judge you.
I'm not as informed on the subject as others.
I mean, I'm very nerdy, but I can't follow these storylines. Like you and Chuck, you always know like such and such. You know their names and stuff.
Yeah.
Bucky. Was it Bucky?
Bucky, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but I don't know who Bucky is.
It's his best friend. Yeah. Whatever. Oh. Well, have you ever read the entire Declaration of Independence? Good, because I'm about to read it right now. Just kidding. In recognition of the 4th of July this year, county employees endeavored to do just that. Take a look at a clip from our promotion and watch some poetry in motion.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776.
The unanimous declaration of the 13th United States of America.
When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another.
And to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which
the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them.
A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes
which impel them to the separation.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal,
with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life,
liberty,
and the pursuit of happiness.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men,
deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed,
that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends,
It is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it.
That was awesome.
Right?
Yeah. Have a great holiday, everybody, especially all of you that worked so hard on that.
And read the Declaration of Independence.
You should.
You will, I mean,
It's a good
hard
read.
work. It's hard work.
Oprah had it on her list once. Just kidding.
Everybody
You
gets the
should read
Declaration
it.
of Independence.
Read it.
And people, there's a difference between the Constitution
And the Declaration of
Independence.
Yes.
Okay, we the people.
And the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, thank you. We the people, not in there. Pursuit of happiness, not in there. Okay. 7 years ago, not in the Declaration of Independence.
Wrong again.
Take this opportunity to learn about our history, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll talk to Clerk of the Court, Bob Duckworth, about getting hitched at the courthouse. Take a look at the community calendar for events happening around town and the fireworks displays. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have the Clerk of the Court, Bob Duckworth. Bob, how's it going today?
It's going good. I'm delighted to be here.
We're excited to have you. First and foremost, congratulations on your retirement.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Having a good summer so far?
Yeah, so far.
So far. Talk to me about Clerk of the Court. What is it that you do?
Well, the Clerk of the Court is kind of the administrative arm of the court, and we're responsible for all the papers that come in and the filings that come in before that have to go before the bench. I'm the keeper of the records, keeper of the public records. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on with the Clerk of the Court. We have both a judicial function and a non-judicial function. All the deeds that are recorded in Anne Arundel County are right in the Clerk of the Court's office. And
you have all the power, all the info.
Lots of power, lots of information.
And how many years have you been the clerk?
Some people say too many years, but but it's been about 24 years actually, Clerk of the Court.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah, it's been
a good run.
It was a good run. It is a good run. I'm still in the run. I mean, we're not stepping down yet. Got a few more months, but yeah, it's been a good 24 years. I can't believe the 24 years have gone by so fast.
Yeah.
That's 6 election cycles.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it sure is.
So something that's really popular this time of year, I just went through one, Dave's planning one. Talk to us about weddings. How many weddings
there's
have
many
you done?
functions at the court that are difficult and have some kind of angst, and there's others that are fun and also have some angst. But no, the marriage, we do the civil marriages for Anne Arundel County. In fact, what is interesting about that is we do about 50% of all weddings, marriages that are performed in Anne Arundel County are performed by a Clerk of the Court's office.
I didn't know that.
It's a good stat.
Half. That's half.
And that's about, we're talking about 1,200, 1,500 weddings a year.
That's
crazy. It's a lot of numbers.
So how many have you done personally?
Let me see, 25 times this, times that. I think I'm reaching the 9,000 mark.
Wow.
So either that's a lot of happiness or a lot of trouble. I don't know.
Well, we all know the percentages on that.
Yeah, well, I think that there's a lot of benefits to doing it at the courthouse. Lord knows I said enough times while planning my own, scrap it. We're just going to the courthouse. So, but no, I have a lot of friends that have done a wedding at the courthouse and then a really nice dinner or lunch out with the family.
It's a good package, actually. It's a good package. So here's the package. You come in, you apply for a marriage license, $25. Not a big deal to get in trouble, right? And then you, when you do The wedding ceremony, if you want to do the wedding ceremony in the courthouse, it's $55 more. So we're talking about a package of under $100. Bring your wedding party into our wedding chapel, and then afterwards go down to one of the restaurants, and for about $1,000, you've got 20, 30 people at your wedding, and it's going to be a nice memory.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The location serves very
Fantastic
well for when you walk out. Where are we going to go?
In beautiful downtown Annapolis.
And people come from all over to Annapolis because of its history, its beauty, the water down on the waterfront. It's just a nice setting to get married.
I love whenever it's a nice day and I'm walking to lunch or something, there's always a wedding going on. It's so cool. Like, and everybody's happy and they're all dressed up.
Happy part of the court, yeah.
That's the happy part of the court. I was going to say some others are there for
to go to the other side.
Not dressed as nicely and not as happy. You got a wedding story for us? Could you tell us a little anecdote about any that stand out?
There's been a lot of wedding stories. There's a lot of romance. I'm the Cupid of the courthouse, So.
Yeah. I like that better. That's a better title. Cupid of the courthouse.
Clerk of the court, Cupid of the courthouse. Now, we've had a lot of interesting kinds of weddings, all ages, all types. And romance is usually the driving force, I hope. But some of the weddings that are really, that I remember, are weddings of older couples, since I'm reaching the golden years too. So I would certainly watch these kinds of weddings more than others, maybe. But the people that come in, and there are people that have come in the chapel that are in their 70s that have romance in their heart. What a wonderful, it's just a wonderful moment. I have had about 6 or 7 couples who have known each other for, say, 70 or 80 years. They've known each other through grammar school and high school, and then they in fact dated each other, and then kind of went their separate ways.
Happens.
Had their journey, and then came back at the end and discovered each other either at a reunion or in a restaurant or somewhere, and said, "Oh my gosh, there's Harry. I remember Harry when I was in high school. I dated Harry." And they get back together, find love, come into the courthouse, and Cupid of the courthouse takes care of them.
I love that. I love that so much.
So that gives me an idea, Kristin.
Okay.
So you talked about the not so nice and the nice sides of the court. Has anyone ever been in a circuit court case and they walk out of that courtroom and they walk right over and get married?
Pretty close.
Maybe a sheriff's deputy or something?
I've married sheriff deputies, performed ceremonies for everybody, practically all the folks in the courthouse somehow get into the wedding room. But what was the question again?
If anybody's ever gone from a courtroom into get married, like
pretty close. You kind of wonder. You get out of one frying pan into another.
Yeah, right.
And you wonder why. But I have people that come in the court.
My day's just not going right. I need to turn this around.
But
you want to get married? You want to get married? I don't know. What's your name? You want to get married?
Well, people come in, they see my signature on all the papers, so they say, "Oh my gosh, I remember your name. It was on," and it's divorce paper. They're coming in, we're signing the marriage papers. Oh, wow. But it's very gratifying.
But yeah, your name's probably hanging on the wall in a lot of houses because they're the marriage certificate.
And my picture as well, because they take the pictures at the podium, and so I get to be in a lot of homes. My face is everywhere. My signature is everywhere too. We have all other kinds of functions that we do, like business licenses, and all the business licenses that come to the courthouse.
Right.
I sign them, and if you go to a restaurant, you'll see my name there. But you'll see my name over mantelpieces, and you'll see my picture in different places.
I feel like we really missed some marketing opportunities here with this Cupid of the Court stuff. I think we could have done like some posters.
I know.
Calendars.
Well, I do. Like I said, when I'm walking to lunch and I see a little wedding, I do try to go over there and take a picture and post it on the county page because people love that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But the setting is wonderful. The courthouse setting and
it's
the
a beautiful
circle,
courthouse.
and then you got the whole circle and Main Street.
Do you get any goodies when you get married in Anne Arundel County Courthouse?
The only goodies you get is from me on Valentine's Day, because oh boy, Cupid really comes out that day. And I wear a tuxedo and a nice red tie.
I've never seen this, Kristin. How have I never seen this?
I don't know, but I do it every
and we're not going to get to see it.
No, I do my.
Do you own a tuxedo? Does it have the ruffles and the cummerbund?
I own a tuxedo. Yeah, it's got the.
And you're a pretty dapper guy. I don't think you wouldn't do the ruffles.
I'm well dressed all the time. I have to be in public.
Oh, so tell me about this again. What's the fee if you want to get married at the courthouse?
Well, it's $25.
$25.
Or if you want to get married at the courthouse, it's $25. If you register for your the registration or for the application is $55. So $80 and you're in. Now, if you want to step out of that, it's going to cost you a lot more money down at the other end of the hole in terms of.
Oh, I know. My parents told me about that. It's going to cost you a lot more money on the back end.
Oh, yeah. So with this experience, have folks asked you to officiate weddings outside of the courthouse?
I really haven't done many outside the courthouse. I've done a few, but not many.
And if folks want more information, where should they go?
They should come right to our license department. We're on the internet, so information's right there.
Circuit Court of Anne Arundel County.
That's right.
Circuit Court of Anne Arundel
Which
County.
you can also find through aacounty.org.
Where love stories are born.
That's right.
Where you can
Love
meet
connections
Cupid
are
for
made.
a short while. So
one wedding I had was our Millennium wedding. It was really wonderful. We did it out in the foyer of the courthouse, and we married 48 couples twice at the sound of midnight. And that was when 2001 came around. It was wonderful.
That's
So you guys do some fun stuff out of the box,
Oh, yes,
too.
we do. Yeah,
we got the Valentine's Day special and the New Year's. I love it.
And we're happy to do our part to inspire other couples to come forward.
come to
Just do it.
courthouse.
Just do it. Come see.
I wasn't
see
even-
Bob before he retires.
Yes, and I wasn't even thinking
He knows
that.
how to do it. He won't mess up.
Very idyllic setting, and you get all the splendor of downtown Annapolis when you're finished.
Now, the one thing I can't do is guarantee, that it's
success.
But most of them are.
You can guarantee a successful start.
That's right. That's right.
Well, thank you so much, Bob, for coming on the show again. Congratulations on the retirement. Thank you for all you've done for us here in Anne Arundel. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Being a dad is an adventure full of special moments.
A cruise!
Surprise! Unexpected moments.
I got this.
And even awkward moments.
Okay, Dad, thank you.
But every moment you spend with your kids, even the smallest moments, can make the biggest impact on your child's life. So take a moment to be a dad today.
Welcome back. Well, every kid loves riding bikes, and there's no reason autism should stop that joy from happening. Our special guest correspondent, Jon Korin of the Bicycle Commission, has more. Jon?
Hey, Dave and Kristin, thanks so much for inviting me to come out on Anne Arundel County TV. My name is Jon Korin. I'm president of Bicycle Advocates for Annapolis and Anne Arundel County, also called Bike AAA. I also chair the Anne Arundel County Bicycle Advisory Commission. We have an awesome program going on here at Old Mill High School today. Rise for Autism hosts every year the I Can Shine Bike Camp. This is a camp that teaches children with special needs how to ride a two-wheeler. A lot of kids with special needs feel that they just can't ride a two-wheeler. The parents are concerned, but this camp gets almost every child up on a two-wheeler. It takes a team to do this, and we've got dozens and dozens of volunteers of all ages. We've got loads of high school kids out here. Severna Park Cross Country team is here helping out, and there's a lot of running as the week goes on. And they've got some retirees like me and everything in between. Bike AAA, together with Anne Arundel County Bicycle Patrol, Anne Arundel County Rec and Parks, are all sponsors of this awesome event. We all help work with Rise for Autism to put it on. Okay, I'm here with Cheryl Antlitz, the founder and director of Rise for Autism, who hosts this amazing bike event. Cheryl, what would you like to tell us about Bike Camp or Rise for Autism?
This bike camp, this is our fourth year offering. It's an amazing bike camp that offers individuals with special needs the opportunity to learn how to ride a bike. There are 90% of individuals with autism and 80% of individuals with Down syndrome that will never learn to ride a bike. We take for granted learning how to ride a bike, but this opportunity provides individuals with special needs to participate in leisure activities in the community, to get exercise, and it offers them a mode of transportation. And we have so many wonderful volunteers. It takes about 100 volunteers to make this camp possible. But we still have some openings in the next couple of days, so if you're available, come out and support this great bike camp.
And to get more details about that, just go out for riseforautism.org, and you'll find a link to the bike camp information. I've got with me today Officer Stanley Newborn and Dominic Scally, Anne Arundel County Police Bike Patrol. who are out here working with these children, learning how to ride bikes. What do you say about this experience?
It's a great experience. It's like watching a child learn to walk all over again. The rolling pin is the crawling phase, and then once they get the other wheel, the real back wheel, it's like walking. And it's just great to watch their drive and determination to get it done.
What do you have to say, Corporal Scally?
I'm just glad that Officer Stanley was a first-timer last year, so I'm the first-timer this year. Already day 2, and we're getting to experience the change in the kids. So I'm excited to see their progression as we keep going.
There is no better way for children to interact with police officers than with bicycles. And these guys not just are about bike safety, but everything community relations, especially with kids. So we just love having them out here. Thanks so much.
Our good pal, Jon.
How does he always get on the show?
He always shows up. Thanks, Jon. It's great to see the look on a child's face when they accomplish something as great as riding a bike for the first time. It looks like freedom, Dave.
When I see a little child riding a bike with no training wheels, I think freedom.
Freedom. We were little.
America.
No, seriously, when we were little, and we would ride our bikes around the neighborhood. Vicky and I would put our hands up in the air. That's my sister, Vicky. Vicky and I would put our hands up in the air.
Everyone doesn't know that already.
And we go, I love being a kid. And we still do it to this day if we're renting bikes or something.
It's so cheesy in the Lagana house.
Oh, we love it. We love it so much. So yeah, we were talking about the Declaration of Independence.
Yes,
if you haven't read it,
Happy 4th of July to you.
You should read Happy 4th.
Yes.
And it got me thinking. I was recently in an Uber.
Yes.
And the driver was telling me about how after so many years he finally passed a citizenship test. Not that he was trying to take it. It was finally his time to take the test.
Yeah.
And I asked him, tell me some of the questions that were on there because I'm curious. And let me tell you, not that I'm trying to brag, I got some right, but I'm thinking a lot of folks probably don't know the answers that are actually citizens.
Kristin, the average person cannot point out Washington, D.C. on a map.
It's really, and I'm not going to say it's a millennial issue because it's people of all ages, but we really are starting to falter somewhere.
We need to do better.
And with reciting some of the, like we were saying earlier, Bill of Rights or the preamble or whatever. But a lot of people really don't know. I don't think they could pass the citizenship test.
And you have easier access to this information than ever. You just Google, you can read the Declaration of Independence, you can laugh at the weird archaic language in there. Quick note
But you should know it.
You should read it once.
You should read it.
I mean, and we had 30 people come in and read the Declaration of Independence.
Which is great. I love this.
We had some words that it was impossible. All right, you ready? Despotism.
Despotism.
Consanguinity.
Is despotism like Despacito? No.
Despotism is being ruled by a king who is appointed by God.
Despotism.
Consanguinity.
Consanguinity. I like that word.
That's quite a word.
Consanguinity.
I forget what the third one was.
But
why? When on 4th of July, make sure you tune in and watch that. And I should also point out, since you mentioned the citizenship.
Yes.
On the 4th of July, if you want to do something cool, they have like a mass naturalization ceremony in Annapolis from 11 to 4. It's a big old group of people taking the oath and becoming U.S. citizens.
Wow, where is this?
At the Peka House.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool, right?
And just like we were saying at the courthouse, when you're finished,
go get married.
All of downtown. You could go get married.
The courthouse is closed.
All of downtown.
Courthouse is closed on
No
Wednesday.
getting married. Sorry.
Go
you have
on
all of
Thursday.
downtown Annapolis to go play in. So it's a great place. I know when I was a kid, that's where my family would be every 4th of July, is downtown Annapolis for the fireworks. So tell me about your plans.
So I might see if I can see the fireworks from my neighborhood.
Your new place, yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
But in general, Kristin, I'm a little tired.
I was gonna say, you've had a lot going on.
To just do nothing, and I think I say that a lot.
You have a grill at the new place, right?
I have a grill.
Why don't you guys have your own little cookout?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. We're gonna run out of propane.
Yeah, do some burgers and dogs for the 4th and just chill. Chillax.
Every time I say that, then I don't do it.
Yeah.
I go get busy on something or whatever. But
I'll be
aren't you proud to be American?
I'm very proud.
All the things, all the warts.
American.
That's right.
Yeah. So I will be in the city. I'll be watching the fireworks, and I don't know
got a good
what I'm
rooftop
doing it.
spot? You
I
gonna
have a
tell
good
everybody what your rooftop spot
I'm not
is?
telling anybody where the
No,
rooftop
not
spot
telling
is.
anyone.
Nope. But I'll be there. And same thing. I think I just want to chill a little bit.
You know, I heard of all the fireworks spots, Glen Burnet, Sawmill Park.
Oh yeah, because
the
it's on the
place to
other
go.
side of where the harbor, all of that. You can see
You
like
get the 3 different.
yeah,
Yes, exactly.
Downs Park is good too. I don't think is it open? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Never mind.
Check the website for
We'll check
that,
the website.
everyone.
But happy 4th of July, and please remember to be safe.
Yes, please do not light Roman candles.
Do
in your
not
hand.
do that. Sparklers are intensely hot. Please watch little ones if
Yeah.
you are
Don't
letting
hand
them.
the little kid the sparkler
Don't do
and let
it.
him run away.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Grill safety. If you are rolling out of town, make sure that your house is locked up. Make sure someone's looking after it for you. It is supposed to be one of the busiest travel days of the year, starting
And
Friday.
leave it up to us.
Starting
folks.
today.
When you were just planning on grilling, having fun, and going to the pool, we're giving you safety tips and rules.
Sunblock.
Thanks, Kristin.
Wear your sunblock.
Thanks, Kristin. Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archive episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by simply searching for Arundel TV. Please tune in next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.
You should probably skip the sunblock.